West Brom have never won a game in the Premier League when it's played on a Tuesday night. You might be thinking, cue West Ham to change all of that. Cue West Ham to lose it. Wrong. West Ham have won 4 in a row and have a perfect start to 2021. It's bubbling inside of me. I don't want to say it. Don't say it. I resist the urge to say it. We are massive. Come on, you Irons. It's just finished West Ham United 2, West Bromwich Albion 1 at the London Stadium. West Ham's winning streak continues. I'm a little bit gutted that we didn't keep the clean sheet record up, but I'd rather take 3 points than a clean sheet as long as we're on the winning end, of course. I'm more happy. I'm happy. West Brom weren't going to be easy opponents. They'd just come off the first win under Sam Allardyce. West Ham needed to just do what they've been doing all season, do the right things, not be stupid, not be careless. Boring first half, I will admit that. Second half picked up a lot, but a lot of individuals today really stepped up for West Ham, all of whom are going to be mentioned in this video. Starting off as usual with the team lineup. Very attacking, very nice to see. Rumours circulated that there was going to be one change to the team. People were saying that Benrahma would be dropped. Some people said that Balbuena would come in. Some people said that Fabianski could even have been dropped in time for the Doncaster game this upcoming weekend, but it was none of that. Benrahma was confirmed as a starter. He went on the wing and Lanzini went in the middle. I didn't mind that because both players have very similar qualities. The only bad thing was that Pablo Fornals got dropped onto the bench, which was a little bit cruel. Fornals did very well against Burnley, had his best game in a long time, and he was dropped. So I think he was a little bit annoyed by that, but I had no complaints really with that starting lineup. It was very attacking minded. We looked like we were going all at it. Michail Antonio as well, he started, even though there were rumours that he could have been rested. West Brom had no Diangana and no Snodgrass in the team. Snodgrass apparently wasn't allowed to play due to an agreement between the two clubs, I believe. That's now getting investigated by the Premier League as I record this video, so fingers crossed nothing comes out of it that's going to hurt West Ham. If it is a gentleman's agreement and the two teams had an agreement that Snodgrass wouldn't play in this game, there's no need to kick up a big fuss. There's no need to have sanctions on either team. And if anything, the sanction would be on West Ham, knowing us. But, again, fingers crossed nothing comes of this and that we don't get points deducted or a fine. Craig Dawson had the first real chance for West Ham. He headed a corner just wide. West Brom, Dawson's old employers, were quite rough with our checkmates Sofal and Souček. Two players both went into Souček and Sofal and put them on the ground. But both of them, being strong as they are, got back up, shrugged it off. Worryingly enough, Benrahma went down clutching his leg. And everyone was fearing the worst a little bit there, but Benrahma got back up and made quite an impact in that first half. He did have one shot at target, but I would have liked him to have done a bit more in terms of shooting. On the other hand, he was okay on the wing. Got a lot of crosses into the box, had a lot of trickery and deception about him. I think, in all fairness, Benrahma had a really good first half and had a good game overall. Other players who were doing really well in that first half were Bowen and Cresswell. Cresswell was running down a lot and connecting with Benrahma pretty well. Crosses came into the box, but no one really looked like they were meeting it. West Brom had a little bit of possession of the ball, but still a very dull first half. And it looked like it was going to be goalless. But wait. Before you went off to go make your cup of tea and said, oh, it's going to be goalless, if you did that, you missed out on the goal. You could sort of sense that the goal was building up because of how many times West Ham were pinballing around in the box, but the way it was executed was quite impressive, to say the least. Benrahma puts in a very deep ball into the box, goes over everybody's heads, but not Kofal's. Kofal gets his foot on the end of it, fires it kind of across the goal. Jarrod Bowen chests it into the net. It's 1-0 West Ham. Good thinking by Bowen and good reacting to get the ball into the net. 1-0 to West Ham at half-time. West Brom needed to regroup and change the strategy a little bit. I think they were playing for a 0-0 at half-time and were a bit shocked when West Ham actually scored. Wasn't the best of starts to the second half because West Brom equalised. Matheus Pereira gets the ball, runs into space. West Ham's defence doesn't really go into him. He kind of tricks West Ham because our defenders are assuming that Pereira's going to pass the ball, but instead he takes a shot and puts it into the net. Quite a well-taken goal in all honesty, and it ended West Ham's clean sheet streak. I believe it stood at around 7 hours of clean sheets prior to that goal going in. That's what the commentators on DAZN said anyway. So losing that clean sheet record was a little bit sad, I suppose, but that should have spurred West Ham to wake up a little bit more and realise that a 1-0 lead is never comfortable, and now that it's 1-1, this could be anybody's game. Well, West Ham definitely had their chances to take the lead and got very frustrating that they weren't going in. Lanzini was denied from close range, Declan Rice curled just wide, Antonio couldn't turn in time to take a shot. But West Ham was still getting the crosses into the box and there still was a lot of hope for another goal. I could see something coming because there was good build-up from us but no end product. Which I've said in previous videos, I do sound like a broken record when I say stuff like that, but it's true. West Ham put a lot of crosses in, no one was getting on the end of them, but at the same time we were defending okayish and West Brom weren't making too much of their balls. Then on came Ondrej Yarmolenko and Pablo Fornals, off came Saïd Benrahma and Manuel Lanzini. Yarmolenko coming on seems to be quite a common theme in West Ham games. And lo and behold, he managed to shrug off some criticism with his next actions. Little bit of pinball yet again in the box. Yarmolenko gets his head on a ball, it's going down. Antonio with a semi-acrobatic sideways scissor kick puts it in low past Sam Johnstone. It's 2-1 to West Ham. Antonio's good at doing that, isn't he? He did the overhead kick against Man City and now he's got a semi-acrobatic kick against West Brom. That's 41 goals now that he scored for West Ham in the Premier League, so he's definitely on track to be within the top 5 goal scorers in the club's history of Premier League goal scorers. Antonio was good to get that goal, and even better technique. Twitter lost its mind when that went in. But 2-1 West Ham, now we had a little bit of a choice. Do we park the bus, or do we continue to attack? I would have thought that a defensive player would come on as the substitution was made, but no. Michail Antonio came off to save his hamstrings. Mark Noble came on with less than 10 minutes left. Penalties could have been awarded in the dying moments of that game. Lucas Fabianski appeared to punch a West Brom player in the head as Fabianski cleared the ball. Turned out he got a bit of the ball, nothing given. There was a shout when Conor Gallagher went down and appeared to be fouled by Yarmolenko. I was thinking, but no, turned out Gallagher dived and had full control of the ball anyway. So, finished 2-1 to West Ham, 4 wins in a row, and it's fantastic. We're 7 points off of where we were last season, and we're well in contention to get a Europa League place. I don't want to say it, and there's no Alexa in the room actually, but play the Champions League anthem, someone. Because we're going places here. And when I say we're going places here, I just have one little thing that I want to say. The board need to back Moyes. And if Moyes isn't getting backed, Moyes should put his foot down with this board and demand for players. He shouldn't accept incompetence. Not from them anyway. They reappointed him, so that means that the board trusted him again. Look, Moyes has a plan for the club. He's got a vision for the club. He knows what he wants. He doesn't want stupid spending. He wants the right players. Board need to back him. Or Moyes puts his foot down. Either way, we need something. But I want new players in, and then we can push on for a top 6 finish. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe for more content from the Anvil. I've got to do the Doncaster preview and a little video about Doncaster and West Ham players that play for both. I'll do that if I have time. Got a busy schedule this week. But the Doncaster preview is definitely going to be done either tomorrow or Friday. Thank you very much for watching this. Take care. I'll see you all soon.